It is Saturday, September 24th. Somehow. It's been a fast month, fast year. Um, I went out to Cross Creek a little over a week ago. Got skunked. Actually, everyone was. A guy on a boat said he was there all day. Only caught two fish. I think it has something to do with water temperature cooling. They just stopped getting hungry for a few days till they acclimate. But while that was happening, I also found out some news about my high school band director.
So this is 17-year-old me back in 2001. Hard to believe, right? This is a picture of my former high school band director, Gary McKeever, who regrettably just passed away last week. Mr. McKeever was my band director for technically 5 years, 4 years in high school, and we started getting into marching band in our 8th grade year, basically learning the ropes, seeing how all this was done. So, known him for a good portion of my early musical life. In fact, he and this entire organization are the reason why I still do this today. We traveled around a lot, performed a lot, and I loved it so much that I learned that I could make money doing it. In fact, Mr. McKeever was instrumental in showing me that I have more of a love as an artist versus a politician, which is why I never took up teaching myself. Though, to be fair, I think that requires a level of patience that is far beyond me, and I admire anyone who actually is capable of doing it, because you're touching a lot of kids' lives, especially if you're good at what you're doing, which Mr. McKeever was definitely one of the best. And we performed in front of a ton of people, politicians, met a ton of professional musicians through the organization. And funny story, I still play with a lot of these guys today, so it has followed me throughout the years. So, Mr. McKeever, I hope you're playing trumpet with Maynard Ferguson in that great gig in the sky. And rest in peace, dude. And no one could say that anyone has ever worn the uniform better.
So, once again, thoughts and prayers to the McKeever family, uh, particularly Mrs. McKeever, who used to help us out with our band uniforms. She did a wonderful job with that, too. Um, so, today's little adventure has changed like three times on what I wanted to do. And most recently, it changed last night. I was playing with Rum Shakers, and our drummer yesterday told me about a private estate that he's on that has a little pond full of trout. So that's where we're heading today. My name's Jake Werkmeister, and I love fishing. I don't think I've seen this many bluegill all year.
I know. Dad, probably so well fed with all these little larvae and bugs falling into the
Oh,
water.
yeah. Wow. The entire school just followed us over.
Isn't that crazy?
Dad, I found a worm.
Cool.
Throw it in. They'll love you for it.
Yeah, bring it over here and toss it in.
I'm trying to get it up.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
Oh, I almost got it.
I always notice that over at Cross Creek. The places that get fished a lot, they are just used to it. Like, okay, yeah, we know we might get caught, but
Yeah.
there's a chance that we won't.
Yeah. We couldn't even hardly see them this morning. We saw one or two.
We got a worm.
That's how quickly it started clearing.
Toss it right in and watch how quickly they eat it.
Right in.
Yoink. They all smelled that.
Oh, yeah, you got it. You got a full belly now.
By the way, that's my buddy Darren and his children. And Darren's actually a drummer who has worked with both me and my girlfriend. And his other child, adult child, happens to be a drummer as well. Devin is actually an incredible drummer in the hardcore metal scene. And he's really starting to get some attention and has his own YouTube channel. Check it out. I'm subscribed and am a fan. And if you love drums or just metal music in general, check it out. You'll most definitely make a friend here.
Yeah, there was some big trout in here last time. There was a couple palominos, too.
I think I'm going to drop a camera in there just to watch them all swimming around.
Yeah. Jake has a camera that can film underwater. GoPro.
That's an outrageous amount of fish. Oh, they're everywhere. They following me back.
Yeah, they're all following you back.
Oh, that is funny. So yeah, obviously we're gonna drop in the second GoPro just to see what's going on down here. Water is really murky. Apparently it just rained up in the mountains not long ago.
It's a salamander. We found a salamander.
Oh, nice. He's a big one.
Actually, the name is Newt. Eastern Newt.
Okay, let him go. Bye-bye. Oh, bye. I need a
So right off the bat, this little pond had more shad and bluegill than I've caught all year on camera. I'll be posting this on the next episode of the B-roll. Keep an eye out for it on Thursday morning. Oh, and if you're into tiny invertebrates, we have those too, just dancing around everywhere.
I'm the tiniest thing ever captured on this channel before. And, wee,
if there's any more salamanders.
That should work right there. That will work.
That should be a perfect spot.
They're already curious about it.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
They see big shiny thing and it's like, oh, what is that?
Yeah. done, Jake.
Sounds good.
I'll run to the store. Enjoy.
Dad, can I?
Just latch this gate when you leave.
Will do. Thank you. By the way, I am using Berkeley rubber worms on a size 8 hook here and just keeping it attached to a bobber. The idea is I'm going to catch the bigger bluegill or the very small ones. I'll use those as bait fish later on. But basically, I'm using the same technique I have in the past. The ones I'm keeping, I'm bumping over the head. I'm slashing the gills and bleeding them out in the water before throwing them on ice. And I do that because it's quick, easy, painless for the fish, as painless as can possibly be, and I'm not letting them suffer. I won't show that here because I have tinier eyes watching this particular video, but if you guys want to see that, check out my catch and cook videos with bluegill. Yeah, that's a keeper. You know the drill. Trying to pull it away from the smaller ones to get the larger ones. Not you. Check the hook point because they're starting to fall off that too easily. Yeah, can be reset. There we go. Bit too small.
There's a keeper.
Just a quick reminder, you do not want to throw them on the ice to kill them. It's a very torturous death for them. So, like I said before, bonk them over the head, slash the gills, bleed them out, put them in the water, get the blood out, then put them on the ice.
Today's goal, I'm going to keep some larger ones to cook up for myself. Oh, we actually have a Oktoberfest to do today in a couple hours, so I stopped by here. Festival's like 10 minutes away from here, so I'll be taking these home probably tomorrow night and cook up the larger ones for myself, and I'm going to use the smaller ones for cut bait, because we're targeting some it's been a while since I targeted some catfish. Yeah, that one's going to be cut bait size. Same rules apply. Knock them over the head, make everything as quick as possible, and don't let them suffer.
So eventually I went back to my GX2 just because it's equally comfortable with ripping out panfish. Great rod.
Got your cut bait size. This is a rare occurrence where I could get a full 360-degree view of the lake that I'm at. Doesn't usually work out that way. Another cut bait. Cut bait size. We're gonna throw one of the bitsy minnows. There's bass in here, and we're gonna find it. Got it. It's a big something or other. Oh, he got off. What in the hell was that? That almost felt like a catfish, to be honest. To review the film.
And of course I did, and this is the best of what I was able to capture. Looks like a bass to me, but given its size, this thing was probably a half pounder, and it fought harder than it had any right to fight. I was impressed by its size, man. I wish I would have pulled it in just because I was impressed by this fish. However, it did give me a compensation prize, and that's what was happening underwater as this was being captured. Yes, that's the sound of my KVD Bitsy minnow getting attacked by the bass all the way out in the center of the pond, and the sound of me fighting the fish back to shore. The bluegill are relatively disinterested until it gets close to them. I was upset that I didn't pull the little largemouth in, but hey, you can't win them all.
Oh, winter, fishy dinner. Oh boy. Yes, that is what we were looking for. Now that is eaten size bluegill. Oh boy.
You know, regardless of how many large catfish, carp, pike, or bass that I've pulled in throughout the year, nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than a large panfish, especially when you have a cooler full of ice on hand and you know that you can hold it in order to get it to your dinner plate. Not a bad haul. A couple of those are actually really nice eating size, so I'll eat those and the rest will be cut bait. But yeah, these are really colorful fish.
Yeah.
What's that?
An Oktoberfest. Are you drinking or playing German?
Oh yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Nine.
Yeah, nine. 9 songs.
So I prepped the two eating fish overnight in salt water and cooked them the next day, just pan frying them with Andy's breadcrumbs. They were quite delicious. Now, to those of you who are health conscientious, you're probably saying to yourself, wow, those potatoes and mac, that's a lot of carbs. With me not being that health conscientious, I wasn't quite sure. So I took Andy's and added an egg and baked it into the mac and cheese. Just to be sure that I did have the proper amount of carbs. That's going to do it for me today. Until next time, keep on fishing.